of the things that is.
Both of you about some video. If you haven't seen this video yet of Elon Musk getting chummy with Donald Trump at Mar-a-Lago for Thanksgiving, they were apparently dancing in their chairs to YMCA. And, you know, there's Barron Trump next to the president-elect, but there's Elon Musk right next to him in his sweat.
CNN, the enemy of the people, the fake news. And guess what? Barron Trump, a teenager, outsmarted the Kamala Harris campaign. And Elon Musk is Iron Man. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy holidays. Happy Thanksgiving to all the fake news, the legacy media, mainstream media. We want to thank you. We are so back. We are so back. Happy holidays.
I think, and a blazer. But, you know, Tara, I mean, this does raise a lot of questions about what Elon Musk's role will be in this incoming administration. I mean, just this week, he has been targeting federal employees on X. He has been going after people like Colonel Alexander Vindman, accusing him of treason the other day on X. And he's been given this very big platform with the government. According to Donald Trump, he's going to be finding areas to cut in the federal government. What do you make of this relationship right now?
Shout out to Vivek and Elon Musk. Cut it. It's time to drain the swamp, baby. It's time for people to get exposed. It's time for people to get fired, arrested, investigated. State trooper style. Put your hands behind your back. Walk backwards. Walk backwards on the floor. Hands behind your back. Yeah. Let me check you. You got anything in your pockets that hurt or harm me? Let me pat you down. Yeah. Was that an open bottle in your car? You Democrats have been drinking.
His own parents have said about him.
You Democrats have been drinking. Is that an open bottle in the car? And it looks like we found 3. You drunk 2 on the way here. Yeah. Yeah, it's time for you Democrats. Y'all are never going to sober up. Unbelievable.
It's all really creepy. But money talks. And it's clear that Elon Musk has a motive here. He sees by cozying up to Donald Trump, he's going to have influence in ways that he's never had before. Not just being he's had a lot of influence being the richest man in the world. But this is a whole different thing. He's literally taking on the role of, a favorite son, first lady, and shadow president. This is scary stuff for people. And Elon Musk has no business having a security clearance, all of these government contracts, and now this level of influence with the president of the United States. It's all dysfunctional. These guys are going through this like group trauma therapy session with each other. And the fact that Elon Musk is the guest that won't leave and that Donald Trump continues to give him this role, it speaks volumes. Why wasn't Elon Musk with his own family? Where is that? This is his new family now. This is his new project. Because he's so emotionally stunted that this is making him feel relevant. And the fact that as a country and in the world, geopolitics are going to be influenced by this guy going through whatever psychosis of, processing he's going through should scare the hell out of everybody. Because this is not just in the US, but they're influencing and trying to target people also in other countries. This is not just here in the US with this intimidation factor. So the tentacles of this are really, really long. We should keep paying attention to it. I'm glad. I
don't know how anybody can sit up and this is why everything's tanking with the media, especially with places like CNN, MSNBC. This is why. You just can't make this crap up, man. You just can't make this crap up, and I'm glad. I'm actually happy that we get to see this happen, that we get to hear this. Because Elon is with President Trump on Thanksgiving. Yeah, I'm here for it, y'all. I told you these next 2 years, in particular are going to be something special, and we're going to enjoy every last minute of it. I promise you. Well, I'm gonna show this clip too. Just look how desperate. Just look at the fake news. Just look. This is just another. Let me just roll the clip. Just roll the clip. Play the clip.
What's your reaction?
I mean, I think that Elon Musk, and one of the biggest fears that people have, which is being realized, is that he really wants to turn America into pre-1990 South Africa. And you look at Elon Musk and some of the things that his own parents have said about him, and kind of coming into his own right now. You see with the xenophobia or the language that he uses to harken back to those days. It makes people have these palpitations and fear. There's nothing about Elon Musk in what he says, regardless of how much money he has, which represents what Abraham Lincoln calls the better angels of our nature. And so his thumbprint's going to be on this government for the next 4 years. I read a Semaphore article today about the reason that Chinese state media is fearing people leaving X because of their investment and going to other social media networks because of the influence they have over Elon Musk. History books are going to write about the fact that Elon Musk took this country backwards. That my father nearly died in this country in 1968, being shot by law enforcement, fighting for rights of people who look like me to be sitting in front of you today. And Elon Musk is working damn hard to take us backwards. The elections have consequences. So God bless you and your stake down in Mar-a-Lago. You get 4 years of influence, and then we have to get this country back on track.
Well, I tell you, this is why it's over for them, man. Like, the fake news, man. This is a huge part of the problem that we have, and why people are done. They can't watch this crap anymore. They're tuning. They're not tuned in anymore. They're somewhere else. The hell with CNN, MSNBC, ABC, and the whole. I call it the alphabetic order. Yeah. But this is just so desperate. But like I tell y'all, just when you think they can't get any lower, they go low and low. Drop it like it's hot on the floor. You know, and I gotta play this. Do y'all remember this? Do y'all remember this? I mean, let's go and play this clip right here.
I think, the question is that we all have to grapple with is, right after it was very clear Donald Trump was the president-elect, he starts tweeting like, you are the new media to all of the folks on X, like CNN, mainstream media is extinct. And this
fake
was
news.
our plan to ruin. And I think that platforms like X and Facebook and all the social media platforms do help when they're used properly to democratize microphones for people to have a voice. But it is very clear since Elon has taken over that the algorithms are working in a couple of ways that are causing greater division in our community.
Thank you, Elon. Thank you. Oh, God. Thank God for Elon. Thank Jesus for Elon. Whoo, Elon, you have saved this country. You're one of the reasons this country has been saved, Elon. We appreciate you. Oh, they tried to take our freedom away, Elon. Now they tried to get our rights, Elon. They tried to take it away. The censorship. I wish Elon buy everything. Buy MSNBC, but come over here, buy this. Come. It's still censorship over here too, Elon. Please come just buy everybody out, Elon. We appreciate it. Whew. Thank you for buying Twitter, Elon Musk. We appreciate you. Elon, we dodged a bullet because of you. Oh man, we almost had tampons out in the middle of the street. Oh man, it was funny to be commies everywhere. Whew. Thank you, Elon. Oh man. We are now unburdened from what has been. Thank you, Elon. Whew.
Scott and I sometimes sit next to each other, and he has a totally different feed than I have because we're getting fed things that it thinks we want. Right. And they're very polarizing our feeds. And then we also have people who get lifted up more, and they happen to be people who agree with Donald Trump, and people who don't agree with Donald Trump get shadow banned. that's not really the media. That's a platform, and you can do whatever you want, but the influence that it does have, I'm not just talking about Twitter. I'm talking about TikTok. I'm talking about Instagram. I'm talking about Facebook. There's an issue here.
Elon Musk accused of selling secrets to Vladimir Putin.
And he's been using the richest man in the world to do his bidding. It's a national security threat.
Also, Elon Musk spending Thanksgiving with Trump sparked a CNN meltdown.
Why wasn't Elon Musk with his own family? Where is that? This is his new family now? This is his new project?
And Joe Rogan exposes the legacy media.
What you're seeing with Trump is a massive, concentrated psyop.
The legacy media's obsession with Elon Musk has hit a new low. MSNBC is now accusing him of selling security secrets to Putin without a shred of evidence. Watch.
Russia has been using different levers, whether that's corruption networks. In this case, it's influencers like Donald Trump, like Elon Musk, to really kind of sow discord. And it's particularly troubling with Elon Musk in this case because Elon Musk has access to state secrets. He has top secret security clearance. It's possible that some of that is seeping through. Putin has been very effective in playing both Trump and Elon, and he's been using the richest man in the world to do his bidding. In some cases, that's encouraging him probably to support Donald Trump. That's not speculation. We see how far in Elon has gone. And then using Twitter as a disinformation platform. So this is not some sort of far off distant threat. This is this going to impact our elections. It's a national security threat.
All right, so we've heard this same talking point continue to heat up over the past few weeks. And the thing about Alexander Vindman's baseless attacks, and it's just sad because he's a veteran, a former lieutenant colonel, retired, by the way, it just mirrors the left's desperate attempts to go after people who challenge the narrative, right? Because we know that the legacy media, they want to make sure that the American public sees certain people in a certain way. Yep. Just as they fabricated the whole Russia collusion hoax against President Trump, they're now recycling the same unfounded accusations against Elon Musk. And when you're saying that he is selling state secrets to Vladimir Putin without any evidence, I think you should be muzzled. I mean, you should not come out with a heavy claim like that and you don't have any witness statements. There's no investigations. There's no hearings from Congress. I mean, where are you getting this from, right? So, of course, Elon Musk responded to that statement by saying Vindman is on the payroll of Ukrainian oligarchs and has committed treason against the United States for which he will pay the appropriate penalty. Now, clearly, the legacy media had to respond, particularly CNN, because when he came out with that post, they pretty much lost their mind. Check this out.
Maria, I think this is disturbing that Elon Musk is doing this. Obviously, Alexander Vindman has not committed treason. That is just not even in the realm of reality. But I mean, this is a sign of things to come, it seems.
Yes, Jim, this is one of the most grotesque things that we have seen from somebody who is very close to Donald Trump, not officially part of the administration, but is going to have a lot of power and is going to be whispering into Donald Trump's ear. And it's terrifying because he is the richest man in the world. He is very powerful. And clearly he was the victim of somebody or some people who bullied him when he was a child, because now he's acting out.
No, what's actually disgusting, Maria, is when a veteran, retired lieutenant colonel comes out and says something grotesque, like accusing Elon Musk of selling state secrets. Yep. So if Elon Musk fires back and he says something grotesque, don't get upset at that point, because why would Alexander come out and say something like that without any investigation, case study, some videotapes, reports published, nothing, just his own personal opinion, right? So don't get mad at the messenger and don't try to attack a dog, and then when you get bit, you cry. I mean, that doesn't make any sense. At all. And then Alexander Vindman fires back on X by saying, Elon, here you go again, making false and completely unfounded accusations without providing any specifics. But Alexander, didn't you just do that? You accused him of probably one of the most hideous crimes you can do as a patriot, which is to sell state secrets. But okay, that's the kind of response one would expect from a conspiracy theorist. What oligarch? What treason? Let me help you out with the facts. I don't take and have never taken money from any oligarchs, Ukrainian or otherwise. I do run a nonprofit foundation, and he goes into what that is. And then he goes into explaining that I served in the military for nearly 22 years. My loyalty is to support the U.S. Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. That's why I reported presidential corruption when I witnessed an effort to steal an election. Got it. Right. Okay. That report was in classified channels, and when called by Congress to testify about presidential corruption, I did so required by law. You, Elon, appear to believe you can act with impunity and are attempting to silence your critics. I'm not intimidated. Okay, so here's an important fact about Alexander Vindman. In case you are unaware of who he is, this is the guy who accused, because he served on Trump's National Security Council in the first administration, he accused Trump of pressuring Ukrainian President Zelensky at the time to investigate Joe Biden. Okay, so obviously the impeachment hearings took place. Trump wasn't fully impeached, of course, and then he retires and he sues Trump, and the rest goes on and on and on. So I'm not surprised this guy's coming out today. And now he's shifting his focus towards Elon Musk, because we told you, however they're treating Elon Musk is the same way they treated Trump. Yeah. And now, as time has gone on, we've seen a lot of the accusations against Trump are actually false and not true. So when the Democratic Party and the legacy media does not get their way when it comes to narratives, they go into full attack mode on pushing these wild conspiracies, right? And the person who recently brought this up and had a great way of explaining it was Joe Rogan.
What you're seeing with Trump, regardless of his flaws, what you're seeing with Trump, regardless of flaws, is a massive, concentrated psyop. They've distorted who he is to the point where most people think that way. Most people think that way. They've had narratives.
What is a psyop? I keep hearing that.
Psychological operation where they've decided to distort people's perceptions of things.
Yeah, when you tell like an older liberal that like the Obama deportations were higher than the Trump deportations, they go, no, what? No. And you go, no, let me just Google deportations, Obama versus Trump, and you go, it's lower. They go, wait, what? Like, here's 19 straight articles saying that I'm right. And they go, that doesn't make sense. And you go, right. Focus on what's giving you the reality of the world.
Check state secrets to Putin, which is just a waste of energy to even discuss, honestly. It bled into when Elon Musk and his mother spent Thanksgiving with Trump. Here's just a video clip of showing them together. Watch this. Which is all good, right? I mean, isn't that nice that, you know, these people are supposed to change the direction of our country? I like that they have that type of rapport. You like to see things like that, families spending time together. I don't see anything wrong with it. I'm not triggered by it. But hey, CNN happens to be triggered by it, so let's hear it.
Both of you about some video. If you haven't seen this video yet of Elon Musk getting chummy with Donald Trump at Mar-a-Lago for Thanksgiving, they were apparently dancing in their chairs to YMCA. And, you know, there's Barron Trump next to the president-elect, but there's Elon Musk right next to him in his sweater, I think, and a blazer. But, you know, Tara, I mean, this does raise a lot of questions about what Elon Musk's role will be in this incoming administration. I mean, just this week, he has been targeting federal employees on X. He has been going after people like Colonel Alexander Vindman, accusing him of treason the other day on X.
It's all really creepy, but money talks, and it's clear that Elon Musk has a motive here. He sees by cozying up to Donald Trump, he's going to have influence in ways that he's never had before. Not just being, he's had a lot of influence being the richest man in the world, but this is a whole different thing. He's literally taking on the role of, a favorite son, first lady, and shadow president. This is scary stuff for people. And Elon Musk has no business having a security clearance, all of these government contracts, and now this level of influence with the president of the United States. It's all dysfunctional.
Okay, so for Jim Acosta, no, the only questions that are being raised are coming from you, because clearly you have Trump derangement syndrome, and now you have Elon Musk derangement syndrome. Now, let's understand something. CNN's fixation on Musk and Trump just shows how threatened they are by the growing alliance between these two great men, two billionaires, two people who are really about making changes in our country. Now, you might disagree with them personally or politically or their personality. It doesn't matter. Yeah. But I do believe they can't do any worse than what we witnessed over the past 4 years with Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. That line right there should stick with everybody. I mean, did you see the last what did you see where we just came from? That right there, bam.
But the media's meltdown over something as simple as Thanksgiving proves they've run out of meaningful criticisms. I mean, what else do they have at this point?
These guys are going through this like group trauma therapy session with each other. And the fact that Elon Musk is the guest that won't leave and that Donald Trump continues to give him this role, it speaks volumes. Why wasn't Elon Musk with his own family? Where is that? This is his new family now. This is his new project. Because he's so emotionally stunted that this is making him feel relevant.
The fact of the matter is the legacy media is losing credibility every time they choose their personal opinions over evidence, right? Every time they choose politics over the truth, they lose credibility. That's just the bottom line. And here is another example of that where now they're attacking the X platform. Check this out.
Just really quick on that, to Julie's point about what's going on with Putin and Elon Musk. I have friends in the cybersecurity space that said that if you look at what's going on online, that a lot of the bots and extremist rhetoric that you saw and misinformation on X has now shifted away from the U.S. political election to trying to take out Ukraine. This is not by accident. So for people in this space, they are sounding the alarms, and it's really the responsibility of journalists like you and others to zero in on what's going on there, because this is not a coincidence.
Okay, so that's another conspiracy. All I'm asking for is, can you provide actual evidence? Can you please show me the numbers, the data, the case study, the video footage? Please don't tell me, show me that this is taking place. If you could do that, then I'm willing to hear what else you got. But until you guys do that, we don't believe you. That's the problem here, right? And the other reason why we don't believe you is because you guys usually don't even know what you're talking about. Listen to this.
That's how Elon set it up. He amplifies the voices of the right wing. He amplifies his own voice. And he's trying to ensure that, all voices are not heard equally. And we've seen that time and time again.
But I think that also contributes to maybe the left feeling like they've lost a microphone. And another thing,
I think the left just doesn't like what they're hearing. That's why they're all running to this blue sky thing that they want to do now. I think a lot of these people don't want to hear conservative voices. That's the far left. They don't like hearing things. That's part of the problem they had in this last election that we went through, is that when you don't agree with me 100% of the time, well, you're out the door. Right. And I think that's what's been happening on X.
Yeah, I told you guys, there's three things that these ultra liberal progressives will do. Number one, they will call for censorship. They'll try to get you canceled. Number two, they will refuse to debate or participate in discourse. And number three, if all else fails, they'll just get out of the way. They'll go ghost, right? And that's what they've been doing, is they've deleted their accounts from X and they've fled to Blue Cries, or they've fled the country. Okay. Yeah, that's happening too.
Yep.
But again, their obsession makes them lie time and time again, especially about Elon Musk. Listen to this.
Yeah, Joe, what do you think about Elon Musk's role in this new administration? I mean, he says he's going to be part of this DOGE, this Department of Government Efficiency, going after government waste, but he seems to be just acting like a cyber.
Oh, like he been drinking a whole bottle of scotch. Like he woke up in the morning and grabbed a bottle. My bad, Joe. I didn't mean to say that. I apologize.
Bully and going after Trump's perceived enemies. That's different.
Jim, it's different. He's the wealthiest man on the planet. He has the biggest platform on the planet, and he's the greatest purveyor of disinformation on the planet. Enjoy your Thanksgiving, America. But Jim, we all got to buckle up. This is going to be 4 years of disinformation, cruelty, and lies.
4 years of disinformation, cruelty, and lies. Isn't that what we just went through? So in the name of disinformation, let me go ahead and fact check Joe Walsh for everybody who's watching this. Crown Prince.
Yes, please bring the fact check in. Thank you, Brother Darkins. Please bring the fact check in. I tell you, we need them fact checkers to come on up in here, man, for real. But again, this is one reason why their ratings are down. CNN, MSNBCs, ABCs, NBSs, all of them are in big trouble. While the media is in big trouble. And why 90% of people say they don't trust the media anymore. Yeah. And thank y'all. Y'all also walked Trump back in there as well. If it wasn't for the corrupt media, the fake news, we appreciate you.
Prince Mohammed of Saudi Arabia has a net worth of $1.4 trillion. So clearly Elon Musk is not the wealthiest person in the world. Now, he is the wealthiest person in America. Now, of course, I'm sure the cartel bosses or leaders, I'm sure they might even be richer than that, but that's a whole nother thing. Secondly, the actual person who has the biggest platform when it comes to social media is Mark Zuckerberg. Are you accusing him of doing the same thing? Oh, yeah, that's right. You're not. And thirdly, when it comes to disinformation, I think the legacy media has proven to actually be the biggest peddlers of that, right? Especially over the past 4 years. Do we need to go through the list? So I think what they need to do is sit down and listen to Byron Donalds and his recent comments on Fox News.
Leaders around the world fully understand that Donald Trump means business, that if he says he's going to do something, it's going to happen, that he's not going to be weak-kneed, he's not going to look at polling, he's not going to be talked backwards by bureaucrats. It's going to be peace through strength. Everybody understands that. That's why you have what's happened in the Middle East, where all of a sudden Hamas and other groups are saying, yeah, this ceasefire thing sounds pretty good. Let's actually look into that. Under Joe Biden, they were ignoring the White House. And so that's the type of leadership that you need. In terms of talking directly with Kim Jong, with North Korea, he's already done that once. And it actually put the North Koreans in a good place in terms of just global peace, global security. That's where we are today. You have somebody who is perfectly willing to use the economic might of our country to make sure that we have order and peace around the world, while at the same time not going down the rabbit hole of these interventions around the globe, cowboy diplomacy, whatever you want to call it. That's not Donald Trump as well. It's the leadership we need right now.
So what is your guys' opinion about the meltdown from MSNBC and CNN? First, you have this retired lieutenant colonel accusing Elon Musk of selling state secrets without zero evidence, by the way, then crying once Elon Musk fires back, which led to CNN melting down over Elon Musk firing back. Why do they care that Elon Musk spent Thanksgiving with Trump? Can anybody explain that to me in the comment section? I would really appreciate it. So clearly,
yeah. Yep. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. You just can't make this stuff up, man. You just can't. You know. But CNN, of course, gets lower and lower and lower. You know. And they're jealous. And I think there should be a lawsuit brought out. I honestly think CNN should be taken off. I just can we just let CNN go, please? I really do, man. CNN has lost all credibility, as well as a lot of other of the media, man. You know, the fake news, and we the people. It said that on November 5th. And we gave a big you to CNN, MSNBC, the whole alphabetical order on November 5th, man. You know, like I say, CNN is done. But what do y'all think of Elon Musk spending Thanksgiving with Trump? Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? I'm here for it. Happy Thanksgiving to you guys. Happy holidays. Hope y'all got them good eats in you. You know, got some of that pie, that ice cream, that cake in you. Some of that what y'all been eating on that dressing, them collard greens. Yeah, that potato salad, that cornbread. Was the food seasoning? Ah, I know some of them patriots don't be putting no seasoning on that food. No, I'm just saying. Some of them patriots don't be putting no seasoning on that food. But it's all right though. We still gonna eat it. I love y'all, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace and love, family.